Welcome to Coruzant Technologies, home of the Digital Executive Podcast.
Welcome to the Digital Executive. Today's guest is Sam Thorpe. Sam Thorpe rejoined Nitro in 2020 as the Chief Product Officer. In this role, Sam oversees product innovation, security, and user experience. Prior to Nitro, Sam served as a Chief Product Officer at Flowcana, where he was responsible for formulating Flowcana's technology and data strategy to accelerate the responsiveness of all supply chain tiers. Prior to Flowcana, Sam was the Director of Product Strategy at Nitro, where he led strategy, customer research, and innovation towards synthesizing and unifying Nitro's global product strategy. Well, good afternoon, Sam. Welcome to the show.
Brian, thank you so much. Excited to be with you.
Absolutely. Thank you. And thanks for traversing the globe with me virtually. You're hailing out of the great state of California near San Francisco, Lafayette, right? So appreciate your time this afternoon. We're going to jump right into these questions so we can get your story right out to our audience. Sam, you've got quite the career in product management, a senior executive, and now the Chief Product Officer at Nitro. Could you share with our audience the secret to your career growth and what inspires you?
Yeah, absolutely. So my career has been very entrepreneurial. Of late, I've had senior leadership roles at established companies, public companies, and startups as well. But most of my career has been very entrepreneurial and owning my own businesses. And so in that regard, I think a lot of the aptitudes or challenges or the way maybe my cloth has been cut has been from the entrepreneurial fabric. And so a lot of that ultimately, that scrappiness, I guess, translates into roles at larger companies, public companies. So I think my secrets to career growth, if they are secrets and they may be more universal truisms, is that I think if you follow your passions and interests, they generally lead you somewhere that is fulfilling, as well as really continued learning and really for each of us learning how to learn. So that you're processing new information as quickly as you can and being able to quickly learn and apply, I think is really just critical, regardless really of role level or industry. And ultimately, I think another secret to my career has always been to really focus on creating value for others. So whether I was an entrepreneur in a startup and quite literally trying to create value for my customers, or in terms of networking, creating value for people that I wanted to maybe be a mentor or who I thought may be able to, I could learn from or could provide other opportunities. Creating value from others has been the most enduring contributor, I think, to my success, the most repeatable and replicatable part of my success. And what inspires me, I think, I'm not sure it's a person necessarily. I think it's more a condition. The older I get, seeing people resilient in the face of adversity and challenges, and then still be able to be kind and show up to, again, create value from others and create connections and be a catalyst for action and positivity. To me, that's really what inspires me most.
There's a theme here in this show, is this podcast. We've got so many people in the entrepreneur space or leadership space are truly out to provide value or help people. And that's what really resonates throughout this show. So thank you again. And I think the people that have really had some success in their career, like yourself, has absolutely attributed a lot of that to the way you put the value on helping others. So thank you. Sam, talk to us about a day in the life as a Chief Product Officer at Nitro.
Well, it's a great question. One of the things I like about product management is that no 2 days are the same. So if you like a varied set of challenges and problems and types of work, it's definitely a great profession. I find that in terms of being a chief product officer, there's really no singular way that role is applied or expresses itself. It's really a function of where the company is at in their growth phase, how large the company is. Are they fundraising? Are they executing? Are you operating or inspiring? But really, I think a great product manager does a couple of things really well. Is they have a vision. They're able to describe what success looks like or measure it. They can be a catalyst for action, coalescing or building teams. And then Normally, I like to be clean with 3, but I think the fourth one is be able to make terrible trade-offs. And so a day for me is generally communicating and evolving vision, creating goal alignment amongst the teams. I think as a senior product executive, one of the things that occurred to me early on is that my product is not the product. My product organization is my product, and I need to build that product that can execute on the vision. So a lot of time focus on building and mentoring the organization, inspiring the teams and removing roadblocks. And then tactically, obviously, a lot of meetings, writing PowerPoints, aligning and cajoling cross-functionally. So it's hopefully a pretty quick overview.
It's awesome, though. Every day being different is really that. They say variety is the spice of life. And I think part of the job, the role which you're currently in, we've all experienced that makes it much more exciting. Sam, we're going to jump into a little bit of tech here. We're a technology platform. So wanted to ask, are you leveraging any new or emerging technologies within your company? And if not, maybe you found a cool tool or app that you found really useful you could share with us.
Yeah, it's a great question. In the technology space, and certainly within product management, it seems like every few years we have completely new paradigms and tool sets as it relates to technology. We use many modern approaches to problems, certainly cloud technologies, containerization, and a strong DevOps and focus and automation focus, a lot of APIs, and try to utilize microservices however we can. Our company really has a portfolio of products, almost a portfolio of portfolios, multiple product lines with lots of different products underneath each product line, which is why I say portfolio of portfolios. So in many cases, we use all of the technologies and try to make use of most or all of the modern approaches to building products and automating our work. In terms of new technologies, certainly machine learning and data science is prevalent. We try to be as data driven and productize data as much as we can and on behalf of our customers. So for us, that means a lot of looking at things like document intelligence and understanding intent, likely next actions, and things like that. So these are areas where we're applying new technologies and data science. On the business side, being able to look at things like account health and building out predictive models there, and also filtering and routing leads based on not only heuristic, but also machine learning for back testing. So in those regards, I think we really do. In many cases, again, the march of technology is so fast that while I think these feel like new technologies, the more we sit with them, they're really the tools of the day. Certainly use a lot of exciting tools. I think when we think about how we get things done day to day, we are truly a global organization. So I've got teams in the US, Canada, Mexico, London, Dublin, Ireland, Budapest, Belgium. So one of the challenges we have is really working effectively across all of the different time zones. So we use a lot of systems, certainly like Jira and Confluence for our product development efforts, Product Board for exposing and creating visibility and capturing insights into our roadmaps and backlogs. And then we use a lot of products like Airtable, a lot of cloud-based technologies that allow us to quickly collaborate across all of those locations and time zones. So for us, it's applying all of these technologies in our products, utilizing new and exciting tools to help us work across time zones, and then really keeping the teams aligned around visions. And I think to work across time zones, what we've also had to do is and this is not specific to technologies, but really try and move our culture into more of a writing culture and a logging culture in these tools, so that we can really harness and take advantage of kind of round, follow the sun, activities.
Very cool. And you did a great job of explaining some of the things that you're actively using today in your environment. And I really appreciate that. And so does our audience. As I said, we are a technology platform and we focus on those emerging tech. So Sam, last question, could you share something from your career experience that would be helpful for those looking to grow their career in either product management or leadership?
Yeah, it's a great question. And again, well, my particular career trajectory has been in project management. I think that there are a lot of things that are really applicable to really any pursuit. And I think staying just slightly naive and being able to approach every day with a certain amount of excitement, exuberance, and a focus on opportunity, the opportunity side of any challenge. But for me, it's really been be ready to jump in and try and believe in your ability to learn. I became a product manager when I was actually a front-end engineer, and the product manager that was on our team at the time was feeling lost and unmotivated. And this person declared in a meeting, very oddly, as product manager, I now assign Sam all of my product management duties. And I jumped at it and I took it. And that was the beginning really of my career. But secondly, I think listen more than you talk. And that listening is part of creating. I've had times where I've been working on creating a strategy, and I've had a hard time kind of getting to the moment where I was going to put pen to paper. And I found that every conversation I had, I was doing a lot of listening, and almost in every conversation where it felt like there was something just keeping me from putting pen to paper, I learned something new that was pivotal into helping really develop and describe the strategy. And so just more often than not, listen more than you talk, and really realize that listening is actually part of creating in doing. And lastly, it's certainly true in product management, but really in terms of any leadership position, is get good at the highest level skill sets like selling and storytelling. And those are really opposite sides of the same coin. But if you really want to be able to align teams, create compelling visions, really inspire others to come together and execute on your vision, you've got to be able to sell and have everyone see themselves in what you're describing and want to rally around it. And so throughout my career, I think what I've been most proud of that may reflect some of that is having people that have followed me from opportunity to opportunity. So I really am grateful for not only that network of talented people, but the human connections and the friendship and support that comes along with that. So really believe in yourself, be ready to jump and try anything, listen more than you talk, and really get good at selling and storytelling.
Well, you've done a great job of all that tonight, Sam, and I mean that. So I really do appreciate it. And you're so genuine, and the fact that you willing to jump in, not knowing what's ahead of you and being successful is just a great inspirational story for our audience. So thank you again very much.
Well, thank you, Brian. I really enjoyed the time.
Absolutely. I look forward to speaking with you real soon.
Sounds great.
Bye for now.